So Greta Thunberg and a team of celebrities decided to take a boat to Gaza. The British-flagged yacht Mideast, operated by the pro-Palestinian Freedom Flotilla coalition, aimed to deliver a symbolic amount of aid to Gaza later on Monday and raise international awareness of the humanitarian crisis there. And to unpack the recent developments on this issue, joining us live from Tel Aviv is Tom Gross, political analyst. Thank you for being with us today.
Hello.
So there are global concerns about the humanitarian situation in Gaza. What role can Greta play there?
Well, in fact, there isn't really a food problem anymore in Gaza. There have been 11 million meals entered Gaza with a population of about 2 million people in recent days. To put that into context, that's almost as much food as has been delivered to Sudan, a country of 50 million, which really does require food aid over the last 2 years. What Greta could do is a few things she's not doing. She could call for the release of Israeli hostages, which Hamas are still holding in underground. She could appeal for Hamas to stop executing political opponents. Yesterday, various Palestinians were publicly executed by Hamas for opposing their rule. And what Greta could also do is maybe educate herself, because, you know, she's famous or infamous for having organized school strikes in her native Sweden when she was a teenager. And, you know, if she wants to spread more education, she should explain that the situation in Gaza will not be better for anybody, mostly for Palestinians, and there won't be reconstruction until Hamas are no longer involved in jihad or until they give up power. Then life can be better and can rebuild for the Palestinian population. So Greta is, she's aimed at the wrong audience here. It's kind of virtue signaling rather than actually helping anybody.
And the plight of Palestinians is a source of concern for many around the world today. Greta was traveling to Gaza, and during her trip she was stopped. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, she knew she'd be stopped. I mean, it was a celebrity boat with 12 people, including an actor on Game of Thrones, the fantasy Netflix drama. And it's a kind of publicity stunt. You know, Greta, to remind people, is used to being at the center of attention. She had her famous campaign against climate change, and she got to appear on the cover of Vogue magazine in Britain, also the cover of Vogue magazine in her native Sweden. She got to be Person of the Year by Glamour magazine, and she got to address the United Nations. And what she's seen is the issue of climate change is not quite as big in the public eye as it was a couple of years ago. So she's jumped on a bandwagon, Palestine, with which she knows even less than she knows about climate change. She honestly doesn't know what she's talking about when she's being given interviews about Gaza. And, you know, I wouldn't give an interview when I was a young man about some subject I didn't have any idea about, I don't know, Tibet or Kashmir or some scientific thing. So I don't think Greta should either. It's a waste of resources, a waste of time, a waste of fuel, by the way, since she's against climate change, she's wasting fuel on the boat too.
Thank you for your insightful answers, Mr. Gross.
Thank you.